Grand evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. It is 20 hours and 5 minutes in the evening, Central Standard Time here in the United States. And we have quite a bit of news to get through here that happened even throughout today by itself. I'll talk about something, the gray out yesterday as well, that we have a lot of news to get through here tonight and a lot of different things to talk about. Heavy emphasis on that. Okay. This is initially a live stream recording that is posted to my YouTube channel in the live section. So, about a day ago, around this time, yesterday, there were widespread global media and internet outages. It affected YouTube, Google, AWS, Cloudflare, Netflix, X, Facebook, Instagram, etc., affecting over 67 countries. They're still here and there for some people on certain things, glitches and the like. Then we have onto some of the most major news. The president, Trump, is moving toward the major war with Iran. And it is not just Iran. It could begin very soon, I said. That's also from Axios. Then we have this here. Iranian commander Nagdi claims the U.S. is finished. A quote from him, finished, and says even 12 aircraft carriers, and another quote, can't stop Iran. Subtitles.
امریکا ناتوان از هر تعرضی باید بره داخل خودش رو جمع کنه همون لشکرکشی‌هایی که داخل ایالت خودش می‌کنه بره اونها رو جمع کنه مسئولای ما چجوری میتونن آمریکا رو مایوس بکنن امریکا دیگه مایوس هست امروز سرافکنده دنیاست رئیس جمهورش پرونده فساد افسینشه روابطش با صمیمی‌ترین دوستاش که اروپا و کانادا اینا باشن در آستانه جنگ امریکا دیگه تمام شد.
That is directly from a Iranian commander that is absolutely convinced that the U.S. doesn't even stand a fighting chance or cannot fight. He was saying that the U.S. is already defeated. They cannot fight. They're incapable of fighting. He's very certain of that. Very interesting, very strange coming from him that he's so certain. Very unusual. Then we have this here. Later on, earlier today, it has been found out that President Trump is now all in, quote, all in on Iran, end quote. He said all in on Iran. When it comes to Iran, he said he's all in. So, yep, get all preparations sorted. Then we have from Sky News Arabia, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham says the United States has a plan for military action against Iran. More confirmation for the first attacks are very imminent on Iran. The other way around, from UK report, Iran is preparing for war with the United States and Israel. That's from Iranian media. All countries are preparing for war that will be involved. The US, Israel, Iran, even North Korea. We're going to get to that. This guy here, he points out a great point of how Russia and China will get fully involved. He thinks the East would actually, it's so strange that he was saying the East would win, like the US shouldn't do it at all. Uh, though he points out how the US, not 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 the US, he points out how Russia and China will get fully involved in Iran, which will be directly fighting the US when it comes to that. They will get fully involved. This is how it goes to total war, the total kinetic phase of World War III.
Have a pact.
Some good reasons.
You're watching alliances form in real time. This is a direct threat to the U.S. Don't do it. The smartest thing right now Donald Trump could do is send a frigate up to the Straits of Hormuz, go, yep, see, they won't close it, they're afraid of us, and go home.
Really?
And end this idiocy.
You think this thing can be really big and not good for U.S.?
Absolutely. For Russia, Iran is the doorway to the Caucasus and Central Asia. For China, Iran is the doorway to Central Asia and further Eastern Asia. They're not going to let Iran fall. It's an existential crisis for both if Iran falls or shatters into small pieces.
Because I understand.
Russia, China, and Iran.
So he's pointing out there one of the smart things. He's super biased towards the East. Some reason he thinks like the Russians, the Chinese, and the Iranians would absolutely defeat the U.S. That's pretty much what he's saying. Super biased guy. Though he points out the reasons why Russia and China would go and fully support Iran, even directly. It's because of those reasons. Those are some of the main reasons, to be sure, that it's a doorway into Russia, especially. It's right there, it's right on the border. And it's also a doorway straight into China and further. If the US and NATO get control of Iran, it's like the equivalent of Ukraine, right on the doorstep. Perfect position to deploy from there into Russia and China. It's not only that, it is all the resources that are there in Iran. It is the oil and gas, the Strait of Hormuz. There's a lot of resources in Iran. So that is why Russia and China and even North Korea is starting to already get involved. Russia and China will get fully involved when it comes to Iran. It is a matter of time now before that happens. This is also from the UK report here, moving forward from that. Though it is absolutely not to be forgotten. From UK report, in Iran, SMS messages have been sent to all medical personnel warning them to be ready for a potential mass casualty situation. So Iran is already expecting mass casualties. They are fully preparing for war, and they are now preparing their medical personnel to assist and heal the wounded and deal with the deceased. Then we have this here. Same kind of thing. Israeli emergency services have been ordered to prepare for war as officials assess an imminent U.S. strike on Iran. Then this is absolutely huge news here too. A lot of people agree. Members of our military, the U.S. military, are now being given 48 hours to deploy to Iran. Once again, members of the U.S. military are now being given 48 hours to deploy to Iran. It is even less than that. It is likely 40 hours or less to deploy to Iran. That's full boots on the ground. All of that. Everything in that nature. All those military units that are there already are not there for no reason. They don't station, what is it, 1/3 of the US Navy over there, and all of these other military units, these forces, these US military forces surrounding Iran, and all in the Middle East. They are not there to sit around and try to scare and intimidate Iran. And maybe that was part of it in the beginning, though it has gotten to a point where they have fully, most of the a lot of the U.S. military is in the Middle East now, and they are not there for no reason. They are there for war with Iran. And the others, as we just looked at and talked about. Then we have this here. This is really strange. A Russian doomsday aircraft has landed in Tehran, the capital of Iran. This is likely a Russian foreign minister or maybe some general, something of that nature, going into the capital of Iran, Tehran, to help support them militarily with strategy and other things like intelligence. Very interesting. I'm not sure who would exactly be there, though. It's almost definitely some generals and things like that to support the defense of Iran, especially the capital. And we have this further breaking news from earlier today. North Korea is confirmed they will provide military support to Iran. That is likely direct military support. They will be shipping weapons at minimum. Weapons, ammunition, all things like that related to war and the military type items. It's very likely that the North Koreans fully deploy into Iran first at this rate. North Korea is a vassal of sorts to China. I expect the North Koreans to get fully involved there, maybe even first now, after seeing this. This is very recent news from a couple of sources, even straight from the White House. The White House is expecting 10,000 U.S. soldiers to be unalived or wounded in the upcoming assault on Iran, the upcoming absolute total war on Iran. Total World War III kinetic phase is moments away. It is very imminent. If not, it has already begun. It's arguably already begun. The actions may not be taking place just yet, though the negotiations and the talks have failed. War is imminent. Keep on preparing, get everything sorted. Final preparations, plans to bug out and bug in, plans to do with even especially bugging in during nuclear war to survive the fallout and all the radiation, as it could very quickly go to that extent. Nuclear war follows shortly after this total kinetic phase of World War III. First, it starts in the thousands unalived and wounded. Then it goes to the millions, and it could even go to the billions when it comes to nuclear war. About 90% of people on the planet do not survive for the first year. Some say the first month in nuclear war. Prepare for all of this. Survive all of this, as there is a new society entirely that arises after all of this war. Even sometime during it, it could happen sooner than later. The timeline is hard to tell, though it is likely after all of this war. Through chaos, there is order. There will be order after all of the chaos, a new decentralized society run by the people and not deep state and upper elites, very few people in the world. A total decentralized new society will arise in time. That is a great motivation to survive to the new society, to the post-apocalyptic and then new society that arises in the future. It'll be an absolute time of prosperity and amazing steps for humanity as a whole. It's going to be absolutely amazing after all of this war is over. Especially for those who survive, that those who survive especially will fully experience here all of that is to come, the order, the prosperity, the true way things must be will come in time. It is worth surviving to that outcome, to that time. Unlike anything this world has seen in many thousands of years. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Even donate if you will in the description of this video. The link is there. Please share this video out as well to those you know who may need it. Pray for yourselves, your families, I recommend, and those who need it. Love, light, and blessings to you all. I will be back soon with further updates as soon as later on tonight, potentially. We'll see how things go later on tonight. Once again, I will be back soon with further updates. I fully intend to do so. Bye for now.